Hamilton is really moving to Ferrari. Who would have predicted that? I mean, my goodness, what a whirlwind of a day it has been with this shocking news. I knew the driver market was going to be crazy, the silly season was going to be crazy, but I don't think anybody would have predicted this, especially with Hamilton just having signed a new quote unquote 2 year deal with Mercedes. Pretty insane to think that he's going to be going to Ferrari. It feels so strange. It looks weird to see him in red in the photoshopped images of him. And boy, just absolutely insane. Really curious as to why he decided to do that. And yeah, it's going to make for an interesting 2025 season. RIP to Sainz. I guess Ferrari wanted to move on from him. I'm sure he wanted to stay there, but definitely unfortunate for Sainz. But maybe there will be brighter horizons in the future here for him. But I just wanted to give some of my initial thoughts on this crazy, insane news that is broken today. But yeah, we'll see what it ends up being like. I just find it a very strange move from Hamilton. I think it really doesn't make any sense. I think at best it's a sideways step. I mean, can we really have that much faith in Ferrari providing a championship winning car? The last time that happened, Hamilton was winning his first world title. So it's been a very long time since Ferrari really had their act together. So we'll see. I hope they can give him an eighth title. I would love to see a championship battle between him and Leclerc, but I don't know. It's tough to say. I don't think, necessarily that Ferrari is going to be a better option than Mercedes going forward to fight for another title. But I guess most of the drivers feel Ferrari has an allure to it, that everybody wants to race for Ferrari, and honestly, it's never something that I've ever understood. I feel like Ferrari is super overrated. The prestige of it, the heritage, I personally don't really care about. I think it's super overrated. I don't know why everybody wants to go there. They've shown time and time again that they aren't particularly well put together, but maybe they are getting put together under Fred Vasseur, since they're certainly recruiting a lot of people, including Hamilton. So yeah, we'll see. I hope it's a good move for his sake. Hopefully he likes it. But it also just seems like a clash of cultures. Like, Hamilton is very outspoken and is a star, and Mercedes has allowed him to do all these extracurricular activities that he likes to do. With They're, more laid back and more strict and old in their ways. So it will be interesting to see how the two personalities mesh together. So the next question that presents itself are, where is Sainz going to go, and who's going to be Russell's teammate at Mercedes? And yeah, that's definitely an interesting question. I think there's several different options there. And the first being is that there's just a complete driver swap between Hamilton and Sainz. Sainz could easily go to Mercedes and be a good number two to George Russell, and that would probably be the simplest and easiest option. He'd probably get maybe a 2+1 deal at Mercedes, and I think that would probably work out pretty well for both parties. It would just feel quite strange to see Sainz in a Mercedes. I feel like Ferrari colors really suit him well, and it would be interesting to see. But yeah, that would be the simplest option. I think it would work for both teams, but something tells me I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's a much higher likelihood of Sainz going to Audi, since he's been linked there so much. So I probably would anticipate an Audi announcement here soon on Sainz's behalf, unless some other crazy things happen and he moves to Aston or something else like that. I'm not sure. But speaking of Aston, another potential Hamilton replacement is Alonso. That would be quite the spicy lineup with Alonso and George Russell. I don't particularly see it happening because Alonso has been building this momentum with Aston, and it's still, once again, pretty much a sidestep. I mean, I know Aston had a poor second half of the season, but I'm not sure that either team is necessarily going to be doing that much better in 2024 to be able to fight for wins or a title or anything like that. So I don't particularly see the Alonso move happening, but more shocking things have happened with Alonso, and I'm not sure anything as shocking as Hamilton to Ferrari. Another option could be Esteban Ocon. I mean, he was previously a Mercedes junior driver, and he's still managed by some of the folks that are affiliated with Mercedes. I think Ocon probably is going to get out of Alpine at some point in the near future, so that's certainly a good possibility, but that would probably be fireworks, and I don't know, I think Ocon is super overrated, so I don't know if I anticipate that happening, but anything is possible. Lastly, I think the most likely option, well, there's two more potential options that I think are possible, and that's Albon and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, but that hinges on Antonelli doing very, very well in Formula 2. I think for Kimi Antonelli to be promoted into the Mercedes drive for 2025 right away, he would have to absolutely storm the Formula 2 grid in 2024. I think he would have to win the title and pretty much dominate it and really prove in some test drives that he has what it takes. I think it would be a lot for Antonelli to be promoted right away, but crazier things have happened. I think what's more likely is I think I could see Alex Albon moving to Mercedes for 2025 and probably getting a multi-year deal there, a 2, maybe 3-year deal, assuming all goes well. That would be a really good driver lineup. Him and Russell obviously get along really well, and Albon has shown that he deserves a second shot at a top team. And I think he would be a really good second driver to Russell at Mercedes. With that, I could see, even if Antonelli doesn't absolutely have a world beater of a season and completely dominate in Formula 2, if he does well, if he wins the title, I could see him moving up to Williams in place of Albon for 2025, and him having a couple years there to develop, just like George Russell did, and then moving Antonelli into the second Mercedes alongside Russell in replace of Albon. So I think that's the most likely option. Albon for a couple, 2 or 3 years, followed by Antonelli after that. I think that's probably what will occur, but who knows? Maybe Sainz will be in there, maybe somebody else. This is definitely going to be a really crazy driver market. So, even crazier than anticipated since Hamilton was in a contract, but I guess that doesn't particularly matter. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd be curious to see if you think this is a good move for Hamilton or not, if you're excited to see him in Ferrari. Will it be a good move for him, or will it be just a nostalgia move for him to check it off his list before he retires? We'll see. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.